3 ways to escape side control that you have to know. The first and most basic side control escape is just replacing your knee back to the inside. I bend her spine, get my elbow back, keep my knee close so that when I bridge again and then drop, my knee goes to the inside, and now my head moves away, and now I can shrimp again and create the space that I need to. When you find yourself trapped on the bottom of side control, the first thing that you've got to do is to get your elbow back. If her hip is in close to me like this, I can't just pull my elbow back through it, and if she's heavy, I can't just move around and try to get it back in. I need an efficient way to get my elbow back inside. So I'm gonna bridge up and over my back shoulder, and I'm gonna, at the same time, I'm gonna use my bicep here on her temple so I can bend her spine. Inside foot, the knee is ready to go, like I'm leaning in against her hip, and then this foot hits the ground. Now, this is gonna be hard to pull back inside unless I bridge up over that back shoulder. And so look how I'll use my bicep to bend her spine. Can you go back with your head there, Lindsay? Just go back to side control. Look, it's not that she couldn't run me over at a different angle if I tried to stay there forever, but I can bridge long enough to get my elbow back inside. She's gonna flatten you out right away. Now I'm gonna do the same exact movement and put my knee inside. As I drop, my knee slides right into that space. She tries to collapse me again, and now I take my head away, hip away, win the inside space, knee comes into the pocket. This escape is gonna start exactly like the last one, with me bridging, bending her spine, and pulling my elbow back to the inside. Okay, the key to this one is a backwards roll. So I'm really doing the same movement, which is getting my elbow back to the inside and then getting my knee back to the inside and then moving my head away. But with a good player, sometimes putting your foot on the ground and trying to shrimp, like you just don't have time for that. So for this escape, I'm doing the same thing, but it's a backwards roll. Same thing, I bend the spine and bridge to free the elbow. She flattens me right back out. Now look, this knee here, I'm not squeezing her and trying to push her, but my knee is leaning on the door, and it's just start to open that space. As soon as that space opens, my knee is gonna slide in because it's already trying to go that way. So now when I make this bridge, this kind of backwards roll over my shoulder here, and that knee slides to the inside, now I have a frame here on this arm, and I have a frame here with this knee. Now I have to take my head away. Even if she's holding on to your head pretty tight, like hold on to it, like get a lot of pressure. Even if she's holding on pretty tight, it should be easy to extend and move your head away. Now once you've done that, win the inside space, assuming she's still coming forward, win the inside space, and now you've got a chance to move your hip away and then slam that knee into position here for your offense. Another escape that I want you to learn is called the ghost escape. So for the first two, she's been having the arm over on this side, but sometimes people will bring their arm over to this side. This is great. When I notice that this is going down, I take this inside hand and I go underneath, right? So I'm popping the arm out to this side. And now I want to find her hip with the bottom arm and her head with this one. And I want to drop my hips as I turn myself through this space. So like you're coming up on a darce, or you could just use that to continue up into a front headlock position. This scissor motion here is super important. If you're not able to do it in one smooth move, that's okay. Just kind of keep bumping your way through, but make your connection here, like I'm trying to, look, just with this arm, I'm pushing off of her to make my turn, and then I'm pushing off to make this turn. The momentum of my legs is what carries my head through the hole. And then if you're a darce player, you got everything you could ever want right here. Regardless of which of these side control escapes you're doing, once you get this elbow back in, you have to pay attention to the position of your arm. You want to make a good frame. If you bring this elbow back in and you drop down to your wrist right here, it's going to be super easy for her to distribute her weight on that and collapse your hand back. This is not a frame. Like, put some heavier weight on there. This is not a frame, and I can't push her off anymore. When you get that elbow inside, just slide the end of your upper arm in there. This is the frame. This is what keeps her off of you. And then the hand is kind of at the arm is kind of at a 90-degree angle. The hand's relaxed. I'm not pushing, allowing her to dip her hips underneath one side or the other, right? Or pushing so that she can go over the top of it and crush it. I'm just keeping a frame in there. This is so crucial. That's 3 easy ways to escape side control, but if you're stuck in the bottom of mount, you're probably gonna want this video.